Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and let's talk about something that I think has been affecting the space, the Love and Deep Space community, and why we're so toxic, okay? Why we're so gatekeepy, why we're so, like, twisted in terms of mentality, because I just stumbled across something on Twitter, and I was like, this is exactly why people have been so crazy in this space. And look, granted, in all of the Otome spaces, there are always going to be some sort of toxic minority who cause a lot of trouble and whatnot, but there is a specific kind of person, there's a specific kind of player who has entered the Love and Deep Space community and has 100% turned it on its head. Now, what am I talking about? So we're going to use an example here, and then I'm going to try to explain myself through my thinking and through my observations, right? So I have been on Lad's Twitter for a little bit over a year now, right? I just reached my 1 year anniversary a few days ago, and since then I have been noticing small little changes in the community itself, because when I first started, it wasn't so crazy. I promise you, Lad's Twit wasn't as crazy as it is now. I feel like it's just like bumped up a different level, and this is probably something that's of course going to happen when something gains more popularity, and with Love and Deep Space gaining more traction in the gaming sphere, I guess you can say, and even in popular news outlets and whatnot. I feel like there is a certain type of player who has entered in and has changed the way that people have been treating Love and Deep Space. Okay, so we're going to watch a video first, and then I'm going to show you a Twitter post, and then I'm gonna explain what I think is happening. Okay, so let's go over to YouTube here, and whoops, I'm covering the main character. Okay, so this is Kindred Spirit. This is I think his secondary channel. He is a VTuber. He plays some Love and Deep Space, and he has his own opinions. He's also a spicy voice actor, if you guys are interested, especially once you hear his voice. He seems like a really chill guy. Okay, so let's go over what he has on this topic here. This video covers why people are trying to gatekeep Love and Deep Space if you're over 30. This is actually kind of crazy, okay? So this is something that we're going to talk about. Alright, now let's play the video, and then we shall discuss.
What do you mean, Love? So we play Love and Deep Space? Hell yeah, Dasha. I mean, like, I saw some people, like, there's always people trying to gatekeep shit. I saw it on people being like, "Oh, you're 30." Wait. Small tangent, but I want to talk about this actually. I saw it on Twitter.
This is such an important tangent, by the way.
Some people being very nasty. Wait, where is it? Oh, they deleted. Look at that. Yeah, I guess they deleted the tweet. That was.
But you saw that, right? That was tweets. That was a TikTok video. It's been around for a while.
There was a minor being like, "Oh, you're almost 30. Put the Love and Deep Space down." And I was like, I saw that. I was like, first of all, your tastes don't change when you get older. You know what I mean? Sure, you get like, there's certain things that you do like grow older, you like become more mature. But just because you like something doesn't mean you change. And also, it's already very weird that Love and Deep Space is not 18 plus with the fucking with the nightly rendezvous and the other.
Yeah, and then the upcoming spicy beach banner that's gonna come out.
The boys are all around like 28, 30. You know what I mean? But I saw some people like trying to gatekeep, saying like, "Oh, put the Love and Deep Space down. You're too old to be playing Love and Deep Space." I'm like, that's not how those things work. I mean, sure, you don't want like fucking be interacting with like fucking kids. But if you like something, you know what I mean? If it brings you joy and it's not hurting anybody, why would you gatekeep Love and Deep Space of all things? You know what I mean? It was just like a weird post, and I saw some people like being like, it got like a fair amount of traction, but I think they started to get like backlash and they deleted the post. You know what I mean? It really is weird when people try to gatekeep like hobbies and stuff like that. It's like, it's especially weird because like, don't you want your favorite game to grow? Because the more audiences, the more like people play the game, the more successful the game becomes. There's more, they develop more, right?
Exactly.
Lads, is 18 plus in China. It should be 18 plus as well. It should be 18 plus for two reasons. Because of the gambling shit, because I think every gacha game should be 18 plus. But secondly, I think it should be because of, I mean, literally the nightly rendezvous, they just fuck. There's many scenes where they just cover up. They do the ASMR thing that I do, where it just cuts right after the, where it becomes explicit. And it's just like, we all know, right? We all fucking know what they're doing. So it's very weird that like in some places, Love and Deepspace is not 18 plus. But even if it wasn't like the spicy content, it's still weird to gatekeep it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good story. It's got the fan service, sure. You know what I mean? But it's not like these boys are like 16. They're like, Silas is 28, and he's like,
Exactly.
It's just people being weird on Twitter. As always, there's always gonna be people being weird on Twitter. But
Okay, so this is that whole topic, right? And I saw this video like months ago. I recorded a video about this and I had my own thoughts about it back then, but it's kind of like grown and matured into something else. Because I have, I guess a realization a little bit of why, you know, people have been treating this space like this, like why people are gatekeeping it from like 30-year-olds, and I'm like, this is so dumb. So I don't know, is it elitism? Do you call it young elitism? I feel like that's what it is. But by the way, if you enjoy Kindred's voice, he is a spoicy voice actor. You can go ahead and follow him on his main channel where he does, you know, ASMRs. This is his name. Go ahead and follow him. I'll have this video's link in the description, so go check that out. That being said, let's go over to Twitter. Now you're going to see something that is quite interesting. Now this just happened recently. All right, this just happened recently. This is somebody saying, if you're over the age of 30 and stand anybody in K-pop, you need to be burned at the stake. And then somebody replies back, so women can't be in their 30s and like things anymore? And I'm just like, oh my god, it clicked. It clicked. I was like, the reason why Love and Deepspace has become kind of toxic is because people are bringing in this kind of mentality. Now, I don't want to directly blame the K-pop community, but ever since K-pop, you know, became big in the Western sphere, there has been this like youngest elitism, which is so messed up. Okay, it is so messed up because this is crazy. It's only really in the West that I see this, because on the Eastern side, the fans of K-pop range from very young until very old. Okay, you have somebody like IU, who is the princess, and all of her fans are quote unquote uncles or ajushis. And they're like, some of them are single, some of them have girlfriends, but they still enjoy IU's music, right? Now, this is an artist who is, I think she's probably in her 30s now, right? And she's this really adorable solo singer in Korea who is also an actress, and she has so many fans who are men who are much older than her. Okay, now does that sound a little bit creepy? I don't know. Sometimes it can be creepy, it can also not be creepy. It depends on how you look at it and reframe everything. But then there's also like Momoland, not Momoland, what the heck is that K-pop group that's just, anyway, most, you know, groups in Korea, their fans are like older people, or people who can actually spend money on buying their albums and going to their concerts, you know? Young people don't necessarily have that kind of money to splurge. and that is fine. You know, they're very respectful to the older people in their fandom too, which you don't see that on the Western side. For some reason, the Western community, when it comes to K-pop, they are they're very young elitist. I never thought I would say that, but they're like ageist, I guess you can say. They're like, oh my god, you're so old, why do you like K-pop? And I'm just like, oh, okay. First and foremost, the people that you're following will grow old too, and so will their fans. Like people who like Super Junior, or people who like DBSK or TVXQ, you know? Like those older groups will have older fans, and they'll still have younger fans too. Like it's music. And the same thing goes for the gaming industry. Now for Love and Deep Space, I feel like all of these, I guess, young ageist, young elitist people have entered into the space and have brought that warped like fandom mentality into the space, and have been saying, oh my god, these old people shouldn't be playing Love in Deep Space. I'm like, first of all, you're gonna grow old too. Second of all, karma's gonna bite you in the ass, because somebody's gonna do that to you too. And third of all, who do you think is funding Love in Deep Space? Do you think it's the 21-year-old struggling through college with a part-time job who's really funding for Love and Deep Space? Or do you think it's the one who has the house, who has the mortgage, who has the retirement fund, who has nothing else to entertain themselves with from a day-to-day basis, and they just happen to enjoy playing Love and Deep Space? Like, what is so wrong about having hobbies? There's this whole mentality also that was brought into like the book talk community. Like, people are not allowed to read books anymore just because they hit the age of like 30 and above. It's absolutely insane for people to treat people like this in a world where we're supposed to be more open-minded, you know? It's almost like suddenly if you hit a certain number in your age, you become irrelevant everywhere. And I'm just like, that is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen, ever. And I've always had this mentality since I was younger, you know? I've always had this mentality of like, I don't know, like respect your elders and respect the people who, you know, appreciate the things that you do too. It's just kind of crazy that this is the kind of like thought processes that everyone has, and you can see it. Like, I'm not making this up, because the whole language culture in K-pop is like standing somebody, and you know, your bias and all of those things. And I mean, I use those terms too because I came from the K-pop community also. I enjoyed a lot of K-pop back in the day. That's why I named Super Junior, that's why I named TVXQ, because those were the groups that I started out with, right? And then it became Shiny and all of these things. Like, those are my credentials, okay? BAP, all of those groups. I loved all of those groups. Do I listen to K-pop now? Barely. And that's because I saw how toxic the culture became once it started becoming more global. I don't know why the culture became incredibly toxic. Like, I know there's netizens and stuff like that. There's its own toxicity in the Eastern sphere, but it's also its own toxicity in the Western sphere. But I don't know why it can't just be isolated into K-pop. I don't know why it has to spread to other things like the otome genre for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just permeates. It's like a stench that just permeates and infects everything else, and it's very sad to see. It is very sad to see, but that is where I think this is coming from. Like, all of the hate between like Silas stans, and also Caleb stans. Like, the hate between these two communities, parts of the community, is actually crazy to see. And I'm just like, guys, just chill. Because you see that also in K-pop groups. You're gonna have like these fans in one group that will pit these two members against each other, and I'm like, bro, they're in the same group, they are trying to get the same bag, you know what I'm saying? The same thing in Love and Deep Space. They're pixels. It probably worse in Love and Deep Space because they are pixels. They are pixels in the same game, made by the same team. Like, I don't what. It blows my mind. It blows my mind to see the kind of hate that is spread too, and the parasocial relationships. It's like there's also parasocial relationships in K-pop. Like, I don't understand. It genuinely confuses me how we forget that we are all human beings in this space, just trying to enjoy and have fun with the things that we enjoy. You know what I'm saying? No, regardless of your age, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your skin color, we're all just playing the same game and enjoying the same story and the same accessories and outfits and all of these things, and also same suffering from the company who doesn't give us proper resource grinding, and like they're trying to get money out of our pockets all the time. It's just, I feel like we can genuinely find common ground on so many more things that matter, as opposed to fighting over things that literally don't matter at all. But that's my opinion. That's where I'm coming from. And I've seen other people also resonate this same like mentality of how these K-pop cultures are invading the Love and Deep Space culture, and I'm just like, oh my god, wait, I didn't really think about it that much back then, but now I'm just like, you're right, this is so bad. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't really consider this a drama video. I think this is more of like an analysis of the community itself. And oh, there's also cancel culture. Cancel culture is the dumbest thing ever. I think that it started on a good intentions, and then people started abusing it, and now it's just ruined a lot of people's careers, and that people have no longer abided by innocent until proven guilty. Now it's guilty until proven innocent, and it is very sad that that is the case. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? I am actually genuinely curious, because I know most of my subscribers here are around my age and older. We have a few who are younger and who also share the same mentality, so welcome. You are not being excluded in this community at all. You are all welcome here, as long as you are all mature and kind and open-minded and basically chill, guys. Okay, that's all I want. I want a chill community with like-mindedness. Okay, it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be at least be, I would prefer if you guys were of age, like 18, considering the content of this game. So I'm gonna say 18 until 80, bro. As long as you know how to click buttons on a phone and you understand what you're getting yourself into, and you have the chill personality and maturity, you are welcome in this community. Anyway, that is pretty much it. If you guys would like to actually join the Discord server, I have the link down in the description box below. I'm going to introduce the Discord server to you just a smidgens here. So this is the Discord server. We're just chilling, we're just chilling. And people who are a-okay with sharing their information are sharing their accounts and being friends and all of those things, and they're also sharing their art. And people have also been putting up their Illusio. Because Illusio is ending soon. So yeah, it's been really fun in the community so far. I built this out like in 2 days, and I am so proud of this. This Discord is now my baby, I feel like I accomplished something. Anyway, if you want to join, link is in the description. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do so. If you would like to become a member and support the channel a little bit more and be open to exclusive live streams and also early posts on videos, and also get some updates of what I'm doing, go ahead and click that join button for the memberships. And yeah, thank you all again, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye bye now.